What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our weekly podcast. We are batting practice. I'm Josh. That's Jacob. Andrew is down there. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? We are hyped. We are absolutely
Hyped.
hyped.
Show
Man,
your
this is
enthusiasm. Come
this
on.
is this is gonna be
Woo!
this is gonna be an all-timer. Ever since last night, I've been so excited to talk about what happened with you boys. I can't wait. I can't wait to share our experiences, bask in the glory, and then talk about the future.
The
But
future.
before we get into all of that, boys, how are we feeling? Sunday
Yes,
night?
sir.
Let's go.
Adrenaline. Could you say it? Euphoria. Could you say it? Oh, well,
Euphoria.
this is your World Series. That was the Brewers World Series. So, whatever.
It's
We
true.
already won the World
It
Series, I
was. It
guess.
was.
Put a ring
Yep.
on
You
it.
know, I
Happily.
I don't kind of disagree with that, honestly.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
It would have
Of
sucked
course,
to lose the Cubs, but it got to win the World Series, man.
At some point, you would
you
hope.
came this far. You came this far.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
you
true.
can't really write it any better. Game five. Anyone living in Milwaukee as a Brewers fan, or living in Chicago as a Brewers fan, like Andrew, or basically everyone in the state of Wisconsin will tell you what a day it was. October 11th, yesterday. What a day it was for your brew crew. We don't need to talk about the Brewers right now. We'll get into it in a little bit, but it has us feeling good. So, yeah, like you said, since yesterday, been feeling good. Um, yeah, got some good night's sleep. Think the sleep might have been a little bit different. Think this episode would have been completely different had the Brewers lost yesterday. So there's always that.
I always like to think in like whenever these types of situations arise, especially in sports, I always like to think how much it influences like your everyday life that doesn't include sports. Like while the game was going on, I was literally thinking in my head like, man, like the podcast is going to be so dependent on what happens, like what the outcome is. Like my work week and like what I talk about with my patients is going to be completely different based on the outcome of what happens. So it's amazing how much it shapes like things outside of sports themselves.
Let me ask you guys a question. What was PCA doing?
Do you think he needs glasses?
Does
Like
he
that's not
need
even trying to be like trolling. Like he was 2 for 17 in the series and
No,
tried to
no, I'm
rob.
not even talking about his
I
hitting
know, I know. I'm
performance.
saying in addition to trying to rob 2 home runs that were like 20 feet up a wall. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he needs glasses.
It was comical to see it in game one, but then to see an exact replay of it in game five.
Mm.
I mean, what what to be fair, we've also seen players get criticized for not giving enough effort or supposedly not giving enough effort on even trying to rob home runs. We saw that with Yoshinobu Yamamoto's no-hitter. People were like, "Well,
True.
why didn't they try and rob that? It was a robbable home run." I don't know. You be the judge. Could have, I think it was Pajes maybe out there. Could Pajes have tried to rob that home run? I don't know. So maybe he gives PCA some credit for at least showing some effort to rob the home runs.
Hey,
It looked really funny as Brewers fans, dude. Come
it
on.
did. He plays the game hard. You got to give him credit for that. But
He
it's
also
also
had some
kind of a
really
tough
great
luck.
catches too, some good catches
He
too. So
did. He did. He did. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, what else can we say as Brewers fans? We're excited. Yeah, we'll talk about that for a bit. We'll talk about the other series that didn't even matter because it was already over at this point. And did the cat just step on your
Oh my God.
your camera's going in and out and all over the place? Cat stepping on your camera. No, I mean Tigers Mariners was also great too. It also went to a game five. And then Phillies, what are you doing? Thanks.
Tough.
Now the Brewers have to play the freaking Dodgers. Thanks, Phillies. And Yankees? What are you doing?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we can recap those real quick. We can talk about the Brewers a little bit more, and then we're gonna go ahead and give a little preview for what's coming up. And what's cool about this one is that I think even if both teams, not both teams, if both series end in sweeps, we'll still not be 100% set in stone by next time we record this. So we'll have like a update for you next week. Whereas last week, the whole series took place within the week of us recording the podcast. So it was like a whole series done and dusted just like that. So, yeah, where should we start? Let's start with the Yankees. Let's start with the Yankees.
Let's start with the Yankees.
Why? I mean, the Blue Jays look hot. I have it up on my second monitor right now. Currently, game one going on, by the way. Mariners versus Blue Jays. Blue Jays, George Springer already homered in the first pitch of the game. Blue Jays up 1-0 here, and it's only the first inning. They're threatening with a guy on first and second. The Blue Jays look good, man. Can you really blame the Yankees? Their bats weren't great besides for one game.
Aaron Judge was had a good
Aaron
series
Judge was
though.
really good. Aaron
He
Judge was
did.
really, really good.
He did.
A lot of players were not really, really good.
I was
You
just
could
say
use
Not
that
that.
fit at
Juan
all.
Soto guy, I think. The
They
Juan
could have.
Soto. You
They
ever hear
really
that
could have
guy?
used a guy
You know,
like Juan
someone
Soto, couldn't
someone
they
like
have?
him.
Yeah.
Really
Because
could have, yeah.
their lineup would look like the Dodgers if it had Soto in it. You know, like there's just the amount of star power, but like it'd be yeah, losing Soto again, it's like the Yankees aren't a serious team. I'll say that. I don't
Okay,
think they're serious contenders.
okay. I
Same
mean,
way the Cubs aren't. The Cubs aren't serious contenders.
say okay, okay. I mean, I threw on immediately as soon as the Yankees game was done the next day. I threw on Talking Yanks, and John Boy himself wants Anthony Volpe off the team.
Yeah.
So Yankees fans are quick to point fingers, and you can point fingers at Anthony Volpe. He homered off of Crochet, I think, in that wild card series against the Red Sox and barely did anything else after that. The defense was unacceptable this year, and you could say that for multiple Yankees. A lot of bats didn't show up, and a lot of Blue Jays bats did show up. And it was not that close of a series. The Yankees did have one of the cooler comebacks you will see in the postseason. It didn't even matter. They were down 6-1, 6-0 even maybe, and they came back. I think it was 6-1, but it doesn't matter because then they went ahead and just lost the next game at home anyways. So
Hmm.
see you later, Yankees, out of the playoffs. Anything you guys got to say about that, or we can just say see you in Cancun. Aaron Judge, adios.
Who I
Join the
think
Mets.
teams
Join
that
Juan Soto.
seem yeah, there you go. That'd be something. Teams that seem to do the best, especially in the postseason, can beat you in multiple different ways. I think the Yankees are very one-dimensional. They're kind of home run reliant, and that's a scary place to be in the playoffs when you're not hitting home runs. We saw it in the comeback where they weren't necessarily just hitting home runs, but they were too reliant on it, and they couldn't string together enough hits, enough small ball to push across runs to win the games. So it's a tough place to be. They're also pretty top heavy. Their lineup kind of falls off a little bit. Yeah, I agree with you, Andrew. I think they need to balance out a little bit somewhere.
No, and so one observation I've learned from living in Chicago is these, you think of the Cubs, the Red Sox, Yankees. I'm going to include all three in the same category. The owners, I think, have figured out they don't actually need to spend money to get fans to show up to games. They just have to have a good enough team. And you saw it with free agents. The Dodgers really were the only serious team. I mean, Cubs got Kyle Tucker, but they only got into a 1 year deal, and who knows what's going to happen with that situation. Well, that'll be an offseason topic. But I look at those three teams and say those teams should be dominant teams. But to be honest, I think their owners realize they don't actually, I don't think the owners care about winning. I'm going to say that. I think they just care about
All
filling the
owners just want the
stadium.
money. All
They
owners
just
just want
want
the
the
money.
money. They
It's
just
true.
want the money.
Yeah.
Except the only team I think that's willing to spend money, ironically, are the Mets and the Dodgers. The Mets just got unlucky. The Dodgers are just
Mets did not get
inevitable.
unlucky. They didn't get unlucky.
But Steve Cohen opened up his wallet though. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he dropped a bank load of money.
That's
He
true.
got Juan Soto.
Unlucky in the sense that like some of their like players didn't work out.
Yeah.
Not unlucky on the field, but unlucky in the fact that some of
Oh,
their
Gino
spendings
Suarez?
didn't.
Nope. Not deep
Oh,
enough. Not deep enough. Not deep enough.
Oh,
I played him in my
ouch.
solar lineup. I think I got a little too excited for that fly ball. Um, yeah, no, I I don't disagree with that. I would say the one thing that you could consider too is that a lot of these players that you are spending money on might only be there for a year or two. So is it worth it
true.
to sign them to a long-term deal? The Mets did that with a couple players and including Soto, and it didn't really work out this year. Pete Alonso, he opted out immediately after the season ended. Kyle Tucker, I don't know, could he be gone? Here's a good question, or is this too
Hmm.
off-season-y for you? Who's more likely to be a Cub next year? Kyle Tucker or Pete Alonso?
Ooh,
Cubs
neither.
have their
That's
first baseman. Michael Bush is great.
Yeah, they don't need either of them.
I think Kyle Tucker goes back to the Astros. I'm gonna say
Back
Oh,
to the
he pulls a
Astros.
Correa and goes
I could
back
see
to
that.
Astros.
Okay,
Astros
Sure.
inevitable. Astros World Series 2026. You heard it
all
here
right.
first.
So like November, like a month from now, after the World Series, we can do like a way too early predictions episode,
Yep.
like
I
predicting all
like
this
it.
stuff. I like
He's
it.
got a
Yeah,
layover from Cancun in
yeah,
Houston, and he's
that's
like,
true.
"Oh
And he's like,
wait,
"Oh, I love this
might as well
city."
just stop over." I
Might
think
as well.
he leaves the airport, never comes back.
Yep.
We're approaching
Well,
plane tracking season.
staying in the
That would be
AL,
sweet.
staying in the AL, we had a game five. We had the Mariners. We had the
The game
Tigers.
five.
The
The
game
game
five
five,
that
15
went.
innings.
I stayed up and watched the whole thing. It was a
That's
weekend.
impressive.
I had
It's very
nothing better to
impressive.
do the next morning. Stayed up and watched the whole thing. I believed in, I don't know, it was like this inning, I think the Tigers are going to win. Nope, just kidding. This inning, I think the Mariners are going to, oh, double play. Oh, the Mariners are threatening again. Oh, another double play. It just kept on going and going and going. And finally, the Mariners walked them off. What a way to end the series. Tigers fans, 15 game lead disappeared. You still managed to go ahead and make the postseason. You beat the Guardians. You come in kind of hot, and now your season's over. I want to know how Tigers fans are feeling right now
Hmm.
because that was a roller coaster of a last month and a half.
Yeah. I mean, they had
We
their
need to
heart
check on our Tigers fans out there.
right. They had their heart ripped out, and then they had it put back in. And then you beat the team that ripped your heart out, and then
Feels kind of
you
good.
had it ripped back out again. So that's a fresh wound being reopened pretty soon after it was closed. That's a tough place to be.
It's hard, like you get Kyle Finnegan coming in and giving up a run, but even still, it was only 2-2 at that point. You gotta feel bad for Skubal, for Tarek Skubal.
Yeah.
13
Yeah.
strikeouts, one earned run in a
Where's he
do or
going?
die game.
I was gonna say
It's the
wherever
most
he
strikeouts
goes,
ever in a do or
they're
die
winning the
game,
World
I believe.
Series.
The
Yeah.
Dodgers?
I mean, just don't even
Might as
bother
well.
watching baseball next year then.
Might as well.
What if he just stays with the Tigers, man? Or the
If he goes to the Yankees, Yankees are winning the World Series.
Oh,
Oh. Oh,
doesn't
this no,
fix their
no, this is
offense.
not
This
too
is
early. This
all
episode
right.
is not way too early
Yeah,
All
you're
predictions
right.
right.
yet.
You're right. You're right. A little teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, they're
Yeah.
gonna be mingling in Cancun. Who knows what's gonna
It's
happen?
true.
Who knows where
It's
those
true.
layovers are going to stop? Yeah, I would say this series was probably my favorite out of all of them, besides obviously Brewers Cubs. Just the way it ended, and yeah, I there's no really complaints from this series other than I feel for the Tigers fans out there. I want to know how you're feeling. I want to check in on you guys. Hopping unless you guys have anything
Wait, real
else.
quick. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was just say real quick. Do you guys quick opinion on the non-Manfred runner in the postseason?
I like it. Send it to the
Yeah.
15th inning. If it needs
Yeah.
15th inning, then do it.
Okay, how about regular season? Do we go non-Manfred runner until like the 12th inning? Or do you like it in the
Mm.
regular season?
Mm. So you're saying like let the
Like
extra
let
innings
it
play
ride.
out
Yep.
like normal, and
Yep.
then in the 12th inning or so, like two or three innings
Three. Yep.
later, then put the guy on second. Okay, I could see it.
Something to consider.
I could
Another
see.
off-season
I could
thought.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah, rule changes episode.
Hmm. All right.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Let's hop on over to the NL then. Dodgers, Phillies. Dodgers took the first two games at Philadelphia. And by then we were like, yeah, this series is over, whatever. But then the Phillies come back
They do.
and kind of smack them in game three. And it was like, okay, maybe the Phillies have some momentum. No,
No.
nah. Dodgers
Dude,
are inevitable.
can
I'm
we?
still high on them. It's the
Yeah,
Dodgers.
it's
Otani's
the
hitting
Dodgers.
homers. Yamamoto's throwing great pitches. Roki's coming out of the bullpen looking great. Glass now is coming out of the bullpen. It doesn't make any sense. This is a Dodgers team that is a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs. It doesn't matter how quote unquote bad they were during the regular season. And I'm going to say it in a little bit, but you'll hear it right now because why not? It doesn't matter that the Brewers were really good against them this season. Postseason Dodgers hit different. You want to hear a crazy stat I looked up today just for the fun of it? This wasn't even podcast related. I was just curious out of my own brain. I was like, I wonder what's happening with Kike down there.
Mm.
His OPS in the regular season in his career is 706. Want to guess what his OPS is in the postseason?
This postseason or all postseasons?
All postseason. The
Wow.
entire of his postseason career is 866.
Unbelievable.
160 points higher in the postseason than in the regular season.
And it's not
Make
like
it make sense. Teams are pitching their better pitchers in the postseason. They're pitching more bullpen pitchers that you've seen less with more pitches and more velocity, and he's hitting them better.
wait, two things. First of all, it's not like it's a small sample size. He's been in a lot of postseasons.
Yes.
He's played in
Yeah,
a
he's
lot
on the
of postseason
Dodgers.
games.
Yeah.
Second of all, did you hear why? He gave an explanation as to why this occurs.
What do you say?
What? Yeah, what's his take?
He has ADHD. He can't focus during the regular season and he locks in for the postseason. That's literally what he
Dude,
said.
genius.
Right?
I should
Like
be a
he just like tries a little bit harder. He just locks in a little more because it means more.
It's like
Which
practice
is
rounds versus like, all right, this is when the tournament golf starts. I'm locking
this
in.
this just proves our theory that the Dodgers don't care about the regular season, right?
Yeah.
Like get in the playoffs and then see what happens. And what happens is normally good.
You're telling me he just goes 162 games like free balling it, and then in the postseason he pops some Addy and he's like, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine."
Yeah. That's all your team needs to succeed is a little Xan. That's it.
Xanax is not for
That's not it,
ADHD.
man. That's not it.
It's not for ADHD, but good
It
try.
could be.
Yeah.
Tylenol now. Anyways, is Tylenol still relevant? Is that going to get us any clicks? We didn't say Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce yet.
Tylenol. Tylenol.
What's in the TikTok news this week? I don't actually know. Uh-oh. Liner to right field, bobbled in right field by Robles.
Whoa. I will
Santander is going
say,
to wind up on second. Anthony Santander back in the postseason too. Another thing that the Blue Jays haven't had all season. That's another. We'll get into that in a second. Back to the original series that we were talking about. Phillies bring it back, but then the Dodgers smack them at home and take it 3-1, just like the Blue Jays did. And yeah, any thoughts about this series? Any other thoughts about this series other than Kike Hernandez is a beast?
you have to feel bad for Ryan Kirkering. Ryan,
Or Ryan
yeah.
Kerkering?
Oh man.
Tough, really tough
Yes.
end. It's so easy to watch a situation like that and be like, man, like just throw it to first base. You got two outs. But in the moment, I get it. Like everything speeds up. You can feel your season ending. And it's just a tough situation, man, because he's a great pitcher. And it's just tough. It's a tough situation. You gotta feel bad for the guy.
And his momentum was taking him to the plate. Like you notice as pitchers, the pitching mound is not flat. It's a slight decline. He
Right.
was yeah, obviously his momentum from the pitch was taking him forward. Ball's coming at him. I think his only direction was forward, and yeah, I think he could have made a better throw. But I don't. The whole he should just throw the first base. I give him the benefit of the doubt, honestly, because you you want to just get the any out possible, especially when the bases are loaded. And if you
I don't
think
know
you
if he
can get
would
it
have
at
had him
home,
at home. I don't even
yeah,
know if he bobbled it. I don't even know if he would have had the force out at home because he bobbled
yeah,
the ball.
yeah,
That's why I think first
that's
base
true.
was the viable option there.
Yeah.
Um, my other argument would be bobble or not, growing up, coaches are gonna make you throw that to first base 100% of the time.
Hmm.
With two outs, unless that ball is right in front of the plate and you are like picking it up and scooping it to the catcher because there's no other play, coach
It's
is gonna be
true.
like throw that to first base. So not a great decision. Unfortunate for the play. Could he have done a better job fielding that and then throwing it home? That might have been his whole thing. The bobble might have messed him up. I don't know. You got to feel for him. Philly's out of the playoffs, man. See you later. Kyle Schwarber. Is he gone? See you later. Where's he going to end up? There's another
I
way too
mean,
early prediction. Cubs, back to the
Back to the
Cubs.
no,
Cubs.
we're not
Kyle
saying that. We're not
Kyle
saying that. That's
Tucker
where my
goes
brain
back to
went.
the
No,
Astros
that would
and
be.
Kyle Schwarber goes
I'm
back to the
okay with that.
Cubs.
I'm okay with that.
All
Sure,
right, parlay
sure.
it. Parlay it right now. Kyle
I
There you
don't
Schwarber
think
go.
you
goes back to
can.
the Cubs and
I
Kyle
don't think
Tucker
you
goes back
can.
to the Astros.
Somewhere you can, surely.
Kalshi or
Maybe.
whatever that's called.
Kalshi.
Polymarket. Polymarket.
This
Nashi.
is not an ad.
Not an ad. Not an ad.
Dude, Citizens Bank ain't what it used to be, man. It used to be a really scary place to play. Dodgers go in there and
Because
take
it's
it.
the Dodgers.
It's true.
Because they are an inevitable
I think Philly's just a
team.
football town. Philly's a football town. They're not a
Oh,
baseball
But
town.
the Eagles got destroyed on the same day the Phillies lost out of the playoffs.
to the Giants,
They
to
lost to the Giants.
their division
Yeah.
rivals, the
That's
team that
it was
took
And they
tough.
got
Saquon from.
handled too. It wasn't even like a close game. It was a bad
Ooh,
game.
I got a fun Philly sports stat for you.
All
I
right.
read somewhere that it was the second time in history that a NHL, an NFL, and an MLB team lost all on the same night, causing that MLB team to get knocked out of the playoffs. The only
Wow.
other time it happened was in 1984. Can you guess what city it happened to?
Was it
Milwaukee.
what,
It was
84? Was it the
Philadelphia.
Phillies, the Flyers,
Mm,
and the
It was
Eagles?
Philadelphia. It was Philadelphia both times.
mm,
Yeah.
We don't
dang.
we don't got a football team in Milwaukee, bro.
Well, no, the
Um,
Packers used to play
that's true. They
Milwaukee.
did. They did used to play a
That's
couple in
true.
Milwaukee. They did
There
used
you
to play
go.
a couple in Milwaukee.
Gotta
Um,
know.
but yeah, nothing much else to say about the series. Dodgers are inevitable. And finally, Brewers, Cubs, the one that we have nearest and dearest to our hearts. And oh boy, was it fun to wake up and read some comments this morning. Brewers subreddit, Cubs subreddit, NL memes subreddit. Oh baby, it was great. Twitter was fantastic. Just kidding. Don't ever go on Twitter. Instagram though, influencers losing their minds. We need some more Brewers influencers, man. One of you
Hmm.
guys needs to like record yourself going to games and stuff.
But it has to be
I,
heartbreak though. You in order
yeah,
like I was gonna
you're setting
say like
yourself up.
for the pod, the
Yeah, that
best
gets the
case would
most
have been the
views.
Brewers
That gets the
lose.
most views.
It's true.
Right. People love misery. People
Part of
love
me,
misery.
I'm gonna say this quietly so everyone cover your ears. Part of me was not looking
Don't say it.
forward to, was preparing for a Brewers podcast where they lost. And I think that content edited down into short form would have gotten more views.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
People love seeing miserable fans. It's
Yeah.
part of the thing. And but it's funny though, like I don't know if it's only you only get served fans of like the teams that you're rivals for, but like I've never seen like sad Bills fan. I've never seen sad Bengals fan. I've never seen sad Padres fan. I'm sure they exist if like but
Oh,
they
the
only get
Padres.
served
You need to look up the Padres from like
a
15
couple
years
weeks
ago.
ago.
15
Oh,
years ago.
couple. I'm sure, but I just don't know if I get it's you get the influencers of your most despised teams
Hmm.
or if it's just the Cubs and Bears influencers are just so, if Chicago sports is just so devastatingly depressing that like those influencers just go beyond Chicago, Wisconsin. Like I have no idea.
Yeah. You might be onto something there.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know who
Because I,
gets the most views is
depressingly
The Cubs
devastating.
influencer who's a Packers fan.
Oh,
that's true.
I don't know if there is one out there, but that's who would get the most
I know a
rage
couple.
bait.
yeah.
So yeah, takeaways. I guess let's pretend the Brewers lost.
Ugh.
My main rant would have been about game 3.
Hmm.
The game that the
Oh,
Brewers could have taken from the Cubs
yeah, yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
Wrigley. There was a spot Jake Bauers had already homered in the game, and he came up again with the bases loaded. And there's 2 outs, so it's not like a sac fly is going to do anything. He takes the first pitch way outside, ball one, and then takes 2 strikes. Swing the bat. You can't leave that bat on your shoulder with the bases loaded for 2 strikes. Next pitch, strike three, he swung. See you later. He swung the bat once in the postseason with the bases loaded, down 1 run against your divisional rivals in the divisional series. Swing the bat. Come on.
I agree with you that that game was the most frustrating. I think
Yes,
game four, just like you never really felt
just
in it.
lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just lost. They beat you. They were the better team that day. That's fine. I'd rather lose a game like that. Game three was definitely the most frustrating. The thing that stuck out to me was you bunt, you put on the safety squeeze
Yep,
with
that's what I was
Lockridge,
thinking.
Yeah.
which is fine. Like that's fine in that situation. Brandon Lockridge probably isn't getting you a hit there. Maybe one out of every 10 at bats in the postseason. So you play
That's
the
pretty
odds.
mean.
I don't, he's like a career 500 OPS hitter. So you play the odds there. Two things. One, um, the first base was crashing super hard on that play. I would have liked to see him either pull back or try and push it somewhere
Over.
else, not right at him. I know that's like really hard to do, obviously, but if you see both corners crashing pretty hard on a safety squeeze, it's probably not going to work anyway. So something should change in that situation. Second of all, I think Durbin could have scored. I think
Just
the
keep
first
going.
throw,
That's it.
just
Just
keep going.
keep going.
As soon as you see
Exactly.
the pitcher, as soon as you see the pitcher covering home plate, you have to count on the pitcher either not being able to catch the ball or not being able to get the tag down because it's unnatural to them. Like if you dive headfirst at a pitcher at home plate, there's a chance that they just mess up the play. I think you have better odds of that than something else happening. So I wish Durbin would have kept going. Second of all, if you're going to put on the safety squeeze in that situation, why are we not bunting with Terang in the eighth after Churio leads off with a double? He swung at 3 pitches. I don't think any of them were in the zone and struck out on 3 pitches. If you're going to strike out on 3 pitches, just bunt. Get the run to the third base, man. I guess I don't understand that. I don't. I get the bunt in the fourth inning or whatever it was, but then why not bunt again? If that's going to be the game plan, if that's going to be how you play, stick with it. If it doesn't
It's
work, it doesn't work.
it it's almost like they they played Brewers ball for the first 2 games. Take
Hmm.
advantage of singles and then or the first game I should say. Second game was all home runs. And that kind of like switched the vibe in the series because then it was kind of like home runs all of a sudden.
Right. Like we can outslug them.
Yeah, which happened, but they it kind of strayed away from Brewers baseball for games 2 through 5 there, and they kind of lost it a little bit there in the middle. Thankfully, the pitching showed up for game 5, and Terang, your boy, did homer too. But
Yeah.
yeah, it slipped a little bit. It was a little bit different than the Brewers baseball that we've witnessed all season for sure. Um, you never know. Nico Horner fields that ball cleanly in the first game. That whole inning's different. That whole game's different. So
Yeah.
just little things like that. Hey, can we complain? Absolutely not. Like we said,
No.
euphoria. It's yeah. When Abner Uribe got that ground out, it was like big fist pump, big air fist pump.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Man, I was gonna say, shout out the rookie pitchers or young pitchers. Um, so good. Patrick out of the bullpen, so good. Mizorowski out of the bullpen. Like the fact that he threw seven innings this series and gave up one run. Oh, just so good from him. Um, my wife brought up a good
Another
point.
okay, real
I was
quick.
gonna say, yeah, go ahead.
Ian Happ, what are you doing? Get
He's
that
still on the
bat.
team. I can't believe that.
Jake Bowers, I'm gonna do it right back to you, Ian Happ. Get that bat off your shoulder, buddy. What do
Right.
you, that was a dot of a fastball, don't
Dot.
get me wrong.
Backdoor cutter.
It was like 91.
Yeah.
Foul that off. Come on, man. You gotta don't strike out looking with a guy on first and second.
Ghost.
Whoa.
It's a ghost.
Keep going.
But my wife Haley brought up a good point that I think she heard it was on some radio station or podcast or something where a lot of like majority of the Brewers team had not played an away playoff game
At
Wow.
all. Yeah.
at all. I
Yeah.
think like Freddie and
Yelich, maybe.
Yelich are the
Freddie
only
Yelich.
two.
Maybe Woodruff,
Woodruff,
but he was
was
maybe
not on the
McGill.
roster.
I don't
Probably
think
not
McGill
McGill.
did. Like
The
and like
Twins.
a lot of our playoff experience was last year and his three games at home. So and Wrigley is no friendly confines in the
Danny
postseason. So
Jansen. Does Danny Jansen have playoff experience away?
ooh,
Yes.
that's a good question. That's a great question,
Yes.
actually.
Maybe.
So yeah, I think we went into Wrigley and what happened probably should have happened. Like like
It would
it
have
was
been
gonna
nice to
be
just get it over with, though.
100%, but it was always gonna be an uphill battle trying to win one of those games at Wrigley.
Right. Right.
But then it came down to game five, and look where we are now.
Home field advantage. How do we feel? Is it a thing? Is it back?
It's a
Does it
thing.
exist in baseball?
I'd say so.
Yeah,
Why not?
that was pretty
Every
electric.
every home
That's why
team
you win the
won
Central.
each game. Yeah,
That's why
each
you
home
win the
team won.
Central.
Mm-hmm.
So good, man.
All right.
What a game. What a
What a
series.
game. What a series. We're down to 4 teams. 2 of them are playing right now. And then Brewers-Dodgers starts tomorrow, which is actually technically yesterday as of uploading this. So we'll have 2 games in the bucket by the time this episode is uploaded, even though neither of them will have actually finished by the time we're done recording. So let's start off back in the AL. Mariners Blue Jays. It's going on right now. Toronto has a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the third. My boy, Vladdy G, is up at the plate. Nosh, did you see on the duo cast that I managed to craft myself a playoff edition
Mm,
Vladimir Guerrero?
Sick, man. That's a
so
Up at the
huge
good.
plate
pull.
now.
So
Yeah,
good.
Huge
up at
pull.
the plate. Um, quick shout out to all of you that listened to the So Rare NBA emergency episode, by the way. More of those to come. Got over 100 views and a bunch of likes, so I don't see why not. So keep an eye out for those. But Blue Jays, Mariners, who you guys got? What are we looking forward to this series? Bo Bichette? Nope, not on the roster. He's still hurt. Is that going to impact the Blue Jays? Hasn't so far. Why would it now? Who do we got?
I want big dumper. Big dumper home runs. Keep swinging.
Mm,
Keep swinging,
mm.
kid.
You want
I
more?
want all of them. All of them. Every game. Except against the
He
Brewers if they keep going.
That's true. It's
he's
what's cool
kind
to see
of
is that Judge and Raleigh were both great in the playoffs. They're both batting like 300-400.
That's insane.
I
Of course,
was
Judge
just
is
gonna
out, but
say that Raleigh's literally having a Judge postseason.
oh yeah,
Not homering like he did in the regular season, but he's hitting the ball hard, that's for sure.
who cares? He's got 1 home run. He's 8 singles, I think, as of the third inning in the first game. 8 singles in the
Impressive.
postseason. Wow.
Love it.
Did have a
Um,
crazy pass ball against the
mm,
Tigers that did
Mm.
not end up mattering, thankfully for him. But his first passed ball of the season came against the Mariners, or sorry, yeah, came against the Tigers there. So defense, like we've said in the past, not as good as it was. Not the Gold Glove Cal Raleigh that we knew in the past, but it was a little bit of a trade off, a lot of a trade off for the offense. Hit his 61st home run of the year in Detroit, but it was his only one of the postseason. Andrew, you think he's hitting more against Toronto?
Or, oh yeah, of course.
How many Cal Raleigh home runs? If this series goes to 7 games, how many home runs will Cal Raleigh have hit?
Well, it's hard because I feel like if he's hitting a lot of home runs, it's not going to go to seven. I'll say that. Um,
All right.
so I'll say, you know what? I'll just say I don't care if what number
Yeah,
it
it
is.
doesn't matter
He's
how
going to
many
hit.
games, I
He's going to
guess.
hit. I'll put the line at 3.5 home runs.
Three and a
I'll take the
half.
over. Take the over.
So if there's a sweep, you're saying he's homering every game.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Multi home run game.
I like it. I like it.
MVP.
I
Oh,
personally don't think the Mariners are strong enough to beat the Blue Jays.
oh.
The Blue Jays look so hot. Why would they stop now? Why would they stop now? If Anthony Santander can find his form, look out. If he starts becoming 40 home run a year, Anthony Santander in the playoffs, that's just another added bonus for the Blue Jays that they don't even need. If they make it to the World Series, big if, Sunday, October 12th, Bo Bichette might come back. And then we're talking like full strength Blue Jays roster basically against a lot of other teams that have a couple of beat up rosters. So Mariners, Brian Wu, he's not on the roster. He's their best pitcher this season, best starter this season, you could argue. Um,
Logan Gilbert's pretty good.
Logan Gilbert was good too, and Logan Gilbert was great in Game
He's
5, by
amazing.
the way. Yeah.
Yep. Shout out him.
So good.
Questionable facial hair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I
That's
kind of
fair.
prefer like babyface Logan Gilbert.
Yeah, that's valid. I think the Mariners have a slightly better pitching staff compared to the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have some pretty good pitching themselves, but I think I like the Mariners a little bit better. But I think I like the Blue Jays lineup a little bit better than the Mariners, maybe a lot better. Randy has not had a great postseason, which is crazy because he's kind of the postseason guy. Julio also having a
Nope.
tough postseason. Um,
Gino, nope.
Gino, tough, and their lineup kind of drops off big time after some of those names. So I really like the Blue Jays lineup. They have some great young hitters too. So it's a perfect matchup where Mariners pitching maybe a little better, Blue Jays offense a little bit better. I think it's gonna be super close. I don't see either of these teams getting swept. I'd be surprised if it goes shorter than 6 games. I'm
Okay.
gonna go Blue Jays in six.
Blue Jays in 6. I like
Blue
it.
Jays
That's
in
kind of where I
6.
was leaning too. Maybe even
Although
in
this
5. I don't know.
guys, real quick, this home team playoff format kind of tough. 2-3-2, 3 straight home games for the team that doesn't have home field advantage.
Right.
Tough.
I
That
like.
doesn't
I
feel
think
like an
we did this
advantage.
exact same discussion last year. I like hockey. 2-2-2-1.
Yeah,
Two
but
home,
then
two away. Or sorry. Wait, no.
two
How
two
do they
one
do it?
one
Two
one.
two one one one. That's how they do it. Yeah.
2 home, 2 away, one
One
home, one
home, one
away,
away,
one
one.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although then you could be like the flying and the travel and that takes forever.
yeah.
Sure.
Tough for Mariners Blue Jays series.
Right.
Flying across, I guess Brewers Dodgers too. Those are not short flights.
Right. So you could
Yeah,
argue
I
against
get
that
it. I
being,
get it.
but that's the NHL does it. They do it.
True. True. What's your
And you
guys'
could argue that
prediction?
home field advantage in NHL is pretty big because those crowds
Yeah,
get wild. So
absolutely.
yeah, I would say I'm gonna lean the Blue Jays absolutely here as well. Andrew, you think the Mariners are gonna do it? You predicted
Yeah.
way before, not like April, but I want to say you said around like August, back when Aaron Judge was still pretty favorable for the AL MVP. You were like, nah, I think Cal Raleigh's gonna do it.
Should have put
And
money on
now
it.
it's very even. It's as even as it can get. So you were pretty right about Cal Raleigh. Even if he doesn't win MVP, he really made his point a lot closer than it definitely could have been. So maybe you'll be right about the Mariners too.
I think they got it. I believe in the Mariners.
All right. The
How many
first
games?
ever World Series appearance. First ever.
I do think it's going to be all seven
Okay,
games,
Mariners
all
in
seven.
seven.
If the
And they're going to
Mariners
do
win,
it
I think it's going to be
away.
all seven,
And they're going to
all
do it
seven.
away. Okay. I, you know what's cool? You know what's really cool? Even though I think the Dodgers are still going to win. If the Dodgers don't win, you will get a team that wins their first World Series.
Would be cool. Would be great.
3 out of 4 chance that you
I
get
was
a
going to
team,
say,
even though I
is
still think the Dodgers are
anyone
going to win.
in America rooting for the Dodgers besides LA?
Cubs fans, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, they're rooting for they'd be rooting for the Blue Jays or Mariners.
Oh, I see what you
I'm
mean.
just saying,
They're
like
rooting
like
for,
it,
yeah. I
of
thought
the
you meant in
four
the
teams
NL,
remaining,
in the NL
does
only. Okay.
a-
No, I
anyone
don't
like
think
the
so. I think
Dodgers?
no.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
I'm
Like,
trying to think of
Yankees
who.
fans hate them. The entire NL West hates them. Most of the NL Central hates them. I guess maybe like the Pirates don't have any Dodgers beef. Maybe. Do like the Reds have any? I mean, the Dodgers beat the Reds this postseason.
Yeah,
Hmm.
They
yeah.
won
I don't
last
think
year.
anyone.
The only would be Japan. I'll just say Japan is pulling for the Dodgers. Just
Yeah,
maybe
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah.
that's fair.
It's
That's
not a
valid.
state, but probably the only support outside of LA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
So
that's very, very fair.
we're either going to see a first time World Series winner or a repeat World Series winner for the first time since the Yankees, I want to say, in like a long time ago.
Hmm.
So
Been a while.
it's been a while. Giants did it 3 times, but never back to back. So something we'll see something crazy happen no matter what. Let's hop on over back to the NL, previewing your Milwaukee Brewers coming up against the Dodgers, the Doyers, the big bad enemigo of the National League. Oh, what do we say? What are we saying, boys? Are we excited? Brewers on paper, you could say they have better pitching. Not really anymore because everyone's
Nope.
back from the AL or everyone's back from the IL on the
Yeah.
Dodgers. You could say that the Brewers have better offensive potential. Not when people like Kike Hernandez are hitting 866 for OPS in the postseason. Boys, I've been smoking this Dodgers train since they made the postseason. I don't see why I stop now. They're inevitable. They seem like their pitching is good. Their offense is good. Everything is clicking for them. Their defense has been pretty dang good. Just look at the bunt play where they ran that wheel play almost to perfection. They know what they're doing. Dave Roberts, he's whether you like him or not, he's a skillful manager. He knows what he's doing. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Dodgers go back to the World Series again. I'm rooting for the Brewers, obviously, 100%. I would say 90% of baseball fans are also rooting for the Brewers at this point. Oh, man, what do you think? Where are we going? Homer
I
squad?
think I think
Should I homer up right now? Am I being too facetious? Too
I
What do you think?
think the Brewers got it. I really do. I think the thing that's going to decide this series is the bullpens. I think that's true for a lot of postseason series. And the Dodgers bullpen is sus. They've looked good through the first two rounds of the playoffs. Sasaki helps coming in as the closer, but you don't know what Blake Trinan you're getting out of the bullpen. You don't know what Vesia you're getting out of the bullpen. I think
Bessie
the
was
Dodgers,
pretty all right.
yeah, this is true.
Trinan, Tanner
Trinan,
Scott.
Tanner Scott, you never know what you're going to get with him. So I think the Dodgers bullpen is a little bit worse than the Brewers bullpen. I think that's going to be the deciding factor. I think we're going to get our
Brewers?
revenge from 2018. I'm going Brewers, man. I will say, I'm seeing a lot of highlights on Twitter from that series in 2018. I kind of like blocked a lot of that out of my memory, and now it's coming back. What a we should have won that series. Like,
Oh yeah, that
That
game
Justin
five,
Turner home run in game 2, was it? Yeah.
or
do you
there's so
know
many.
who is the main culprit in all of those highlights? Jeremy
Jeffers.
Jeffress.
Yep,
He
Jeremy Jeffers.
sucked.
Yep.
He sucked that series. He was so
Yep.
good for us that year, and he sucked
Yep.
that series. He gave up at
Yep.
least 2 home runs, maybe three.
Yep.
One to Justin Turner.
Unbelievable.
Big one to
I
Justin
forgot about
Turner.
that. I forgot about Jeremy
Yep.
Jeffers sucking that series, and it's coming back up now, and I'm like, we need our revenge. This is our chance.
Brewers got
Seven
rid of Devin
years
Williams.
later.
Yeah,
Seven
yeah.
years later. I remember exactly where I was watching that game 7 that the Brewers lost.
I don't, or I know where I was. I don't
I
remember
know where we
watching
were.
it.
I was working at the UW Natatorium
Hey,
with my laptop up streaming the game. Shout out UW Rec Sports.
heck yeah. Shout out.
It doesn't exist anymore. It's called something else, actually. Yeah. And they lost. It was rough. But let's also remember Brewers' history against the Dodgers. Some good things in the postseason, like Brandon Woodruff homering off of Clayton Kershaw. We've talked about it before. Great memory. We were all there. We saw it happen live. So there are good
7 years
memories too
ago to the
against the
day.
Dodgers.
To the day.
Wow.
7 years ago to the day today. October 12th, not when this podcast comes out, but yeah.
Yep.
Andrew,
Guys,
what do you think?
so I was really nervous for this Cubs series, not just because they're our rivals, but they match up well against the Brewers. Like that sliding PCA catch last night, there's not that many center fielders that can do that. And they count and forget what game that was. The leaping catches from their infielders, taking away hits. They make good plays. And the Brewers this year were, up until this postseason, I should say, are a small ball team. And a team like a lineup defensively like the Cubs takes away a lot of that edge. The Brewers are speedy. Cubs are good. They play really good defense, and they have just enough talent to get by that. I think the Cubs are a harder matchup for this year's Brewers than the Dodgers are. That's what I'll say. Whether the Brewers can actually do it, I really hope so. But I think that because they beat the Cubs, I think they can beat this Dodger team. I think they match up better against this Dodger team than they did against the Cubs. But again, like you saw, it took it to game five, and even game five was probably a coin flip. Andrew Vaughn doesn't hit that home run. Who knows how that game turns out? So, in if it was a 7 game series, it probably would have gone to seven, if I'm being honest. So I don't think I can use the Cubs series too much to say the Brewers are going to win, but I can say that the Brewers, I'm more confident against the Dodgers than I was against the Cubs. So I'll say Brewers.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
agree.
All right. I like it. I like your guys' confidence. I think I'm too high on the Dodgers just because they've been my pick since forever. But I obviously everyone wants Milwaukee to win besides Cubs fans and Dodgers fans. So yeah, there you have it. World Series outlook coming next week, I guess. But we're gonna have to still we're not gonna know unless we get some sweeps here, really, the outcomes of these series. So we'll have to wait and see. But there you have it. We're down to 4 teams in baseball. Weren't we just starting off the season? And we're down to four
It's
teams
crazy.
left. It's
Crazy.
crazy indeed. October 12th already. And October baseball is in full force. We've had some bangers so far. Should we hop on over to this day in history?
Oh,
October
history.
12th.
Yes.
I'm
Did I spoil
curious.
it?
No,
Okay,
you did
okay.
not.
Okay.
Um, I'm curious to know if you guys remember this one. Because this was game 2 of the 2005 ALCS. And AJ Pierzynski, who is now
Mm.
actually in the broadcast booth, was up to bat. It is the bottom of the ninth, and it's tied 1-1, coming up against the Angels, by the way. And with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, Pierzynski swung and missed at a low pitch that appeared to be caught, by the catcher, maybe wasn't caught, but no one called anything. The umpire gave his like strike three motion, but he didn't call anyone out verbally. So the catcher rolls the ball back to the mound, and the Angels walk off the field. Should be top of the 10th, right? Well, after he rolls the ball back to the mound, Pierzynski runs to first, and he's called safe on a dropped third strike. One of the craziest things you will see, everyone on the field started to walk off, but no one had signaled anything. So Pierzynski was ruled safe at first base. The White Sox immediately pinch ran Pierzynski. He's a catcher. He's slow. Pinch runner steals second, and then the hitter hits a walk-off double, giving the White Sox a 2-1 win. This is one of the craziest moments that's ever happened in baseball because everyone on the Angels thought that game was going to the 10th, and instead the White Sox stole it from them and won the game. Do you guys remember that? Because I clearly remember this happening.
I think the
I
Pope
don't.
was there. Pope might
I
have been
don't
at
think
that game.
I don't think I remember this.
Really?
I don't. I mean, 2005. I was 6 years old. I don't. Man, I'm gonna have to look up that highlight and see if that triggers anything.
If
But I
that
can't
jogs
picture it
something.
right now. Yeah, I can't picture it. That's insane, though. What a tough way to lose.
Tough way to lose. The White Sox would go on and win the World Series.
Shout out the White Sox.
So that's crazy to think about. That
I think
this
the
play
Pope
could have completely changed everything.
Pope did
Changed
it.
history.
Pope did it.
Did it. Pope magic. Brewers magic.
So there you have it, October 12th.
Oh,
2005, by the way. I don't know if I
copyright.
said the year. 2005 World Series. It's when the White Sox won.
Shout out. Quick score update. 1-0.
Still 1-0. Still 1
Still
nothing.
1-0.
Eugenio Suarez up to bat, top of the fifth.
What do we think?
How about Eugenio Suarez? He's up to
Yeah.
bat.
Let's
Yeah,
send
why
it.
not?
Or should we
Gino.
give Kevin Gossman a shout out because he's been pitching real good?
We can give it next if
Okay,
it
that's
leads
true.
that
That's
way.
true. Oh,
Okay.
it's the
No,
AL
no
West. Never
Gossman.
mind. Never mind.
Got
Oh,
a young
it's the
Lefty,
AL
lefty.
West, and we got nothing else. That's funny.
Lefty. All right, if we can get this lefty from the AL West, like just like that.
younger guy.
It's gonna be somebody on the A's. It's gonna be Langoliers. He's not younger
He's not a lefty.
though. Kurtz, comma Nick.
Mm.
I think he's a righty thrower.
Really?
Could be wrong about that.
He's
He's
lefty.
lefty. Send it.
Yep.
Oh,
Absolutely.
you got it.
Oh.
You got it. You got it. He got it. He knows
Let's
ball.
go.
He knows ball.
Let's go.
Nick Kurtz,
Insane.
What a
Insane.
lad.
rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year.
What
Bang.
a great player, Nick Kurtz.
What a pull. What a pull that is.
Maybe one of my favorite so rare cards I won this year.
Bang. Dude, shout
That
out
was
to
too
Nick
easy.
Kurtz, man. Shout
Vegas
out.
A's are winning the World Series. I'm telling you guys now. They're gonna
Dude,
do
they
they're
could
gonna
be sneaky.
pull a hockey team. Yeah, they're gonna be good.
They could be sneaky. I like their young team, the young
AL
talent.
West, man. AL West is like dangerous.
Oh man. All right. Well, there you have it.
What
Hopefully
about
you
Jordan,
enjoyed
man. Don't forget about Jordan. This
the
whole
Astros,
season.
man.
Their whole
The
season. is
Astros when they have
sacrifice.
Kyle Tucker back, watch out. Hopefully
Wait,
you
yeah, you
enjoyed
can't
though.
say Kyle Tucker's going back to the Astros and say that the A's are going
It's
to win
true.
the West.
It's true. Two things can be true at the same time.
It's true.
Maybe he goes to the A's. Kyle Tucker to the A's.
Oh, there you
DH.
go. Sure.
Kyle Tucker to the A's. Yeah. Out
Oh,
to
man.
Sacramento.
All right.
Crazy.
Well, shout out to Sacramento. Shout out the A's. We're talking about the A's October 12th, and we're talking about the A's. That's crazy. In the comments below, let us know wherever. Let us know who you think is going to win the CS, the series, in the AL and the NL, and then who's going to win the World Series between those two teams. We'd love to know. Hopefully, you're all saying the Brewers, because that's what we're hoping for as
Yeah.
well. Go Brewers. Leave us a rating wherever you are listening to our podcast. Go subscribe to the YouTube. Check out the other social medias as well. And until next week, when we talk to you about the Brewers beating the Dodgers in 4 games, you just
Holy.
attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.
Fly it.
Peace.
Fly it. Fly it.